Hey, this is Rich over at TVP Live with another quick tips tutorials brought to you by Adobe Photoshop Elements Tutorials Group. And let's jump right in with today's poster. Wants to know how to cut out this image and have an outline, kind of like it is here, but include the yellow portion of the glow coming out of this bee's behind, presumably the yellow light coming off of it. So if you use the magic tool, normally what would happen is if I were to click on the background and hit delete, you'll see that the yellow was taken out because it's kind of shaded. It's not solid and it's not very bright, so it's not going to come in along with that cut. So what if happens if we lessen the opacity tolerance here from 50% down to, I don't know, let's say like 10%. Then if we go ahead and click here again, you can see what happens is the line here, because the yellow is so faded on the edge, is really jaggedy. See that? So if I were to delete, you would see this jaggedy line like that. But that's okay because we could still work with it from now and fix this. So what we want to do is cut this out. But if we grab the square and go to the oval tool, and if I were to draw an oval like this and right click and select the inverse and cut it out, what happens is you end up cutting the rest of the image out. We don't want to do that. So what we want to do is take the polygon tool and grab just a portion of this area that we can cut out. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and with the polygon tool I'm going to carefully cut along this line here. I'll come across here, basically just grabbing the whole yellow with a little bit extra, and double click here. Now if I right click, I can say cut, and now it's broken into a couple different pieces. If I turn the background layer, the lower layer, off, it just leaves this portion. Now we can go back and grab this oval tool, and I'm going to carefully measure it right below here and then come across here. We want to intersect the edge of this with the edge of this. I'll come out to here and try this. I like that. So I'm going to let go. I'll right click, select inverse, and hit delete. And nothing happened. Why? Because this layer was not chosen. So if I hit the layer, the top layer here, and then hit delete, it deletes the rest of that jaggedy line that we wanted to get rid of. And all I got to do is turn my back layer back on, and guess what? We got a perfectly round edge. So what I want to do is take this top layer and merge it down, and now it's one big piece. Now we can go ahead and right click, select edit layer style, and take the stroke down here, and see, as I make it big, it makes it really too big. So let's try this down at about 10 point, and we want to change that from outside to center, and that will center the whole outline to include the outline that was already there and not make the rest of it really thick. And I'll hit OK. And that's pretty much all there is to it. If you want, you can add a new back layer and change the color to white. I'll hit OK, grab the paint bucket, and just paint in the background. And there you go. You have the nice bee image with the light and a nice hard-edged outline. Well, that's it for this tutorial. This is Rich, calling it quits, saying over and out.